Hey, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Just if someone could give me a thumbs up in the chat, just let me know you can hear me. The music's not too loud. Good morning, Tomek. Estras. Good morning, Jerome. Good morning. Chemo, how are you, buddy? Awesome, awesome. All right. Well, happy Wednesday, guys. Welcome to the midweek workshop. Let's get into it. Let's go and have a look at the calendar first. Feel free to use the chat, guys. Any questions you might have, something you may want to look at, we can go through. That's what this workshop is all about. It's not just about having a look at today's analysis, so we can have a look at whatever questions you might have on your mind. Factora, how you doing, buddy? So it is, let's just give that a quick refresh. There we go. So we have non-farm employment change, ISM services today, 8:15 and then 10 a.m. It is non-farm payroll week. And I know there are a lot of traders who initiate non-farm payroll protocol, so to speak, where they won't trade Wednesday through Friday of this week. Due to the non-farm payroll at the back end of the week with, I guess, what they perceive to be lower probability conditions. I prefer to trade what the market's showing me. I won't avoid Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday, but certainly I'll be waiting till after news drops. Probably on all the days. Wednesday, waiting till 10. You know, we do have a bit of time between the two news drops, but you know, it's personal preference as well. The 5 minute, which is the time frame that I trade, probably doesn't allow for trading in this zone here. If you trade the 1 minute, like the minute gang, then you probably could get away with something. Mohammed, how you doing? Good morning. Pete, good morning. Sharla, how you doing? All right, let's jump over the charts. And we'll have a look at London session. Can I not move the wrong thing here? There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Mohammed says, can we trade London session on these days, Wednesday to Friday? Yeah, sometimes I actually find London will give up some really nice setups prior to these larger impact news events. And then you'll find that you'll see that consolidation after that move before the news drops. So we actually did take a position, and we'll just talk about that quickly because it's already on the chart here. We took a position during London. Now, I don't know if anyone's done any research or can tell us why we had this rapid sell-off at around 335. If there was some news drop, someone suggested in Trade Foundry that it may have been Donald Trump having some sort of dream, and that made the market dump. Who knows? It's that volatile at the moment. So let's have a look at this. Essentially, prior to that happening, price, we had a nice move, nice sweep here. This is a Pegasus model. We've got the inverted FVG aligned with the breaker. So this is a very clean Pegasus. You could take your entry. There's two opportunities here. Well, there's really three, but you could take your entry off the close of this candle here that inverts the FVG, off the change in state of delivery. So when the candle closes through, in this case, it actually did close through the breaker. Or you could wait for a retest of the breaker. In replay mode, it doesn't show the execution, so we'll just get out of that for a second. So I got in on this candle here, and then price was actually looking like it might play favorably. Interestingly, it did reach to the -2 standard deviation, and I've run the projections off the bodies of the down close series of down close candles here. So you can see price did in fact reach the -2 standard deviation before having this wild little move here. Thankfully, I managed to get out of break even, and really the only reason for that was I had an appointment to get to, so I couldn't manage the trade, so I just moved it to break even, and I managed to walk away without too much damage. But yeah, if someone knows why this happened, I'd love to know. Price wise, I liked the formation. We come lower below the Asia range. If we look at the hourly, price at the time was inside this bullish FVG. So we had our higher time frame point of interest, and then if we just drop back to the 5, this candle here, again, if we just drop to replay mode, we had a swing point candle closure. So this candle closed back inside the range of the previous hourly candle. So I did like that. Now, the only thing is that obviously price was then having to push back up into a bearish FVG. So that ultimately ended up being where price reacted. But overall, for me, it was a A+ setup. I had no issues with this trade. I had no hesitation in taking this trade. And yes, you know, we're between PD arrays, but we're always or quite often between PD arrays. So, and something's got to be invalidated. So there was all the chances that we could push through this. Can get rid of that now. Might just push out to the daily. Shayla says, I only trade London session due to my time zone. To me, it's a bit more docile, which is perfect, as I'm still pretty much a beginner. Yeah, I fully understand that. I spend a lot of time trading the London session myself. I do prefer New York session because I like to be in and out of trades pretty quickly, and a lot of times New York will provide that opportunity. Whereas London, you could be sitting in a trade for some time. I'm not saying that doesn't happen in New York, by the way. The 1 minute, same position, Jerome. Okay, yeah, cool. Let me just go back to the 5, mark that out. Okay, so this is the same sort of area. I would have probably used this candle as the breaker. $238. Okay, hang on. What am I doing something wrong here? 238 candle, Jerome. Oh, up here. No? Oh, over here. Sorry, you're right. I don't know. I was looking at the London low line. Sorry, my bad. Thank you, Jerome. Okay. Yep, rightio. So we have our breaker here. This is the 1 minute time frame. Hey Diali, thank you for joining, buddy. That would be your stop hunt there. $15-minute point of interest is the swing low and also into a bullish FEG, so that's valid. You would have had to front run your position a little bit here, unless MNQ was slightly different, which is always possible. Oh no, MNQ was the same. I probably would have had my stop at the low here. That just seems obvious to me for whatever reason. But you would have had to front run a little bit. You could have just market ordered in here, for sure. You got that close through, change in the state of delivery. It's a 1 minute Pegasus, perfect single FEG in the leg that took liquidity. Then we have an inversion straight off that. So you could either market order in once we had this close through the breaker, or obviously it's the same candle where we created the change in the state of delivery. I do front run my trades, so for me, I would have got a fill on this. If I put a limit order in, I would have got a fill on this trade because I do front run. And that's the exact reason why I front run. It's a perfect example of why I do front run my trades. I've seen too many pass by me. And there you go, the 1 minute gang for the win. So perfectly valid trade. And we can see if we move out to the 5 minute, and this is where we see those differences between the 1 and the 5 minute. So the 1 minute is built into the 5 minute, but you're in the trade sooner and you're out of the trade. And obviously this is where price then started to turn around a little bit as well. So valid trade, a good example of when a 1 minute time frame works well. So on the daily, a large expansion here on Monday. After we gapped down, price was able to push back up and close the gap. I was looking at this candle here really for my insight to order flow, and that's what I was looking at. Yeah, you're probably right. All the minute gang traders got out of their positions, and the 5-minute traders copped the consequences of it. So I was looking at this candle here for insight to order flow. Obviously, we gapped down off the news, being the tariff news, and then price pushed back higher. Following on from that, Tuesday, we came down and we respected 50% of the previous day's candle. So I did have a bearish bias. This was my level of interest, and price wicked straight off that. So taking the same approach today, we haven't swept the high, we haven't swept the low yet, but we do have this large buyer's wick. So looking at current price, we've come down and we're respecting 50% of the previous day's wick. This is where I'd start looking for price to turn around and look to go higher. We can see that the average daily range is 349 points. That's based on an 180-day look-back period. And we've currently moved about 55% of the average daily range. So that means we could still potentially have a good move in either direction. With respect to this 50% level, I can anticipate that price could likely come back to the high here, and that's where I'll be looking. So a bullish idea for NQ. Tomic's asking, why is your ADR indicator looks different than that one on TraderView? Because this one is something I've been working on to improve on the previous one. So hopefully by the end of the week, there'll be a new ADR indicator with a few little tricks up its sleeve as well that will be made available to the community. Let's have a look at the hourly. Actually, let's have a look at the 7 hourly first. So we have this is the London candle. This is the Asia candle. Ideally, would love to see this candle close back inside the range of the Asia range candle. We've only got about half an hour to do that, so or a bit over half an hour to do that. So that's likely not to happen, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see a New York reversal. Okay, so Asia and London expanding lower and then looking for a New York reversal. And I like the fact we have these equal highs here. We're inside a bullish FVG. I do try, Jerome. I do try. So we're looking at potentially a New York reversal on account that we've respected 50% of the previous day's wick, and we've only expanded 55% of the current daily range, or the average daily range. On the hourly, again, the equal highs. I wouldn't mind seeing even potentially another sweep and then a move higher and giving us a clean change in the state of delivery. Because we did have one here, so even though, let's just zoom out a little bit. We can see that we've sort of broken through this trend line a little bit because of this bearish confirmation here. So we did have a change in the state of delivery here that was respected and price moved lower. I would like to see something like this occur for price to move higher. So we want to come down and then continue higher, but we may just see expansion or we may not. Then this would be our level for changing the state of delivery. But we are building up some low resistance liquidity through here as well. And obviously we have the equal highs. We did fall through this bullish FEG, but we have come straight back up into it. So I'll be watching to see essentially the midpoint of that FEG if price was to react there and continue to move lower as well. Let's have a look at the ES. So ES a little bit cleaner on the looking at the bias because we came out of a bullish FEG and we came off a swing low. So this is ideal for a reversal. And what do we have from previous day high is there is no wick. There is no wick to the high side, and that generally indicates a strong draw on liquidity. So that's an area that we could see price really be drawn to. Using the wick of the previous day as well, we can see that price has also respected the 50% level. So dropping down to the hourly. We'll go via the 7 hour first. Okay, so it looks like this is what we want to see. This is great. So this, we could start to see a new, this would be a London reversal, and then we can look for a New York continuation. And we have these equal highs here. Great draw on liquidity. In my opinion, ES has been that little bit stronger as opposed to NQ. Would like to see price get above and close above this opposing candle here, this set of opposing candles rather. If we can get a nice close above there with some displacement, we could start to see that price moves higher. Nice low resistance liquidity here. Uh, 7 hour is actually something that AM talks about a lot. AM trades. It's essentially looking at at price as a daily profile, and it just takes a fair bit of complication out of it. It's really easy, the way I look at it, to identify where price might potentially move to during New York. And essentially just looking at, is it a New York reversal, New York continuation, or are we moving from, a London reversal? And it just helps me frame my approach moving into the New York session. So I don't use the daily as much as I used to, to grab or identify bias. You'll notice that if you watch my videos, that I do talk about bias every day, because I think it is important, especially for newcomers, to understand bias. But then if you were to watch some of the trades I take, you might actually question, well, hang on, you talked about being bullish in your video today, but then you took a short. That's just the sort of thing that comes with time in the market. Well, yeah, I won't say much on Ash right now. Okay, let's have a look at oil. So perfect yesterday. We had a bearish bias, and I know we had a bullish closure, but my target was reached. Okay, my bias was completed. I was looking for these lows to be swept into this bullish FEG. And boy, did we have a reaction from that. Sadly, although there was a position that set up, unless you market ordered into that trade, you would never have got a fill, because price literally ripped higher. So a great example here, though, of internal. Okay, so we're looking at internal, and then we have these wicks here. What stand out for me is our external, okay, because they are relative equal highs or equal highs. There's actually the three of those there. So there's 3 daily highs that are quite attractive for price to want to reach to. And we had this strong buyer's wick out of this bullish FEG after sweeping these lows. So again, even though price is running lower at the moment, what am I looking for? I want to see price respect this 50% level. Ideally, if price was to sit and stay around this level and then start to move higher, that would be perfect. So we're going to run with a bullish bias today for oil. We're going to see where the London candle closes. Do we get a close back inside this bullish FEG? Do we respect that? And then look for a New York reversal. And we can look up for this high. This is into a bearish FEG. There's an opportunity for a draw there. On the hourly, price is still inside a bullish FEG. I would like to see some structure form. Even on the 30-minute, I'd be happy to see something like this form on the 30-minute, because we do have, this low resistance liquidity that's built up through here. We have Imran. G'day Imran, thanks for joining. Yeah, look at that. Good pointing out there, Imran. We have a beautiful hourly. An hourly Pegasus. We've got a single FEG in the leg that swept liquidity. And then we have this huge candle. It's almost a god candle. We need some of these on crypto. Thanks for pointing that out, Imran. So at the moment, price is currently respecting the bullish breaker and respecting the midpoint of that breaker as well. I'd be looking at this level as the bullish change in the state of delivery. I know prices close below, but if we do get a closure back through, we are still respecting that level. So we do need to see price close back through. Otherwise, this will be a resistance point and we could continue to fall. A closure below this breaker and it basically will invalidate any idea of bullish price action today. We do have the Asia and London session highs open. If price it manages to move higher here, we do have potential here for on the 15-minute for a breaker to form. How's a 30-minute shaping up? No real reversal just yet. All right. So we see price came down and respected 50% of this buyer's wick from the 13th of Jan. Strong bullish price action on Monday, nice move higher, and then price again had a really nice reaction. This is a very nice expansion, and again we're expanding higher today. I'd be looking for price to reach up to this swing point here, because at the moment it does look like we're going to invalidate this bearish FEG. So bullish for Euro futures. And we are in an uptrend. Pretty easy to see that. Price remains in respect of bullish PD arrays. We're getting breakaway gaps. We can see the support that these FEGs are providing for price as we continue to move higher. I would have used this level through here for our change in the state of delivery because we had that displacement back through. Sorry about that, just grabbing a drink. All right. So remaining bullish for 6E. Let's have a look at gold now. Gold's just non-stop at the moment. There's nothing stopping it. We have no reference point, okay? We're at all-time highs. All we can do right now is anticipate that price will continue to expand higher. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend, and at the moment price is just strong. You know, we had this pullback into this bullish FVG, strong buyers wick, expanded balanced price range here on the daily, and then today again only a small move lower, and we've started to expand straight from there. So bullish for gold until we get a change in the state of delivery, and I'll be looking for that on the hourly if we were to get it. But at the moment we just continue to push higher, again respecting these bullish PD arrays and just stepping higher. Pip Finder, how you doing? Sell now, 287 to 2850. Is that a signal? All right, let's have a look at Dixie. Well, we'll need until it's the kill zones. I don't look for price. I don't look to participate. I do start looking at the charts from about 8 a.m. But generally I won't execute a position until after 8:30. Dixie, we moved off these highs. Very strong reaction that obviously we gapped up, and then again respecting 50% of the previous day. It just repeats, guys. It just repeats. Expansion lower, and again we're expanding lower. I know we're at a bullish point of interest, but I would anticipate, based on the current expansion lower, that we may even see this low swept here before a potential reversal. So I'm going to sit bearish for Dixie. Let's have a look at GBP. Moving off the low, strong bullish candle, nice buyer's wick, respected this bullish FVG. The price never was able to close through. Came down, expanded, closed above previous day high, also above these highs here, and now we've had a small move lower and continuing to expand. Again, until we see a change in the state of delivery on the hourly, I'd be looking for price to continue to move to the high here, even potentially this high from the 30th of December. If we go to the hourly, we can see that bullish structure. We've just continued to respect these bullish points of interest as we've stepped higher. So remaining bullish for GU. There we look at crypto. Let's have a look. Bit of a slow day on Bitcoin so far. We've had hardly any movement. Potential sometimes this can be referred to a dead cat bounce. You see price moving lower, and then it's a strong, this is almost essentially what's like a fake move higher. So I'd still be looking for price. If we do move lower, I want to see 50% of the candle here, this candle's wick, respected. And there is a good potential that could happen. We're still in a tiny range here right now. So if we sweep previous day low and sneak a bit lower and we respect this 50% level, then we could anticipate price to start reaching a bit higher. Good time to mention as well, guys, that I now have an affiliate with Traderify. I think those guys might be my new go-to prop firm. If you haven't checked them out, jump into the link in the description and go and check them out. Their platform is very, very clean. Their journaling is automated as well. It's a very, very nice system. And I actually think their rules are really fair and reasonable as well. All right, guys, is there anything you want me to have a look at while we're here? See you, Jerome. Take care, pal. We'll catch you in Trade Foundry, buddy. And if you want to follow us a bit closer, guys, make sure you jump over to Trade Foundry and you can join us there in the Discord. Link is in the description of this video. Well, we might start wrapping it up there today, guys. And don't forget as well, I am running a 50k My Funded Futures giveaway at the moment as well. So head over to my X profile and you will find the post in there, and you will be able to follow the steps to enter for your chance to win one of 2 50k starter accounts. And without sounding like too much of a salesman, Apex's 80% off ends today. All right, so if you want to do and take part in One Shot, One Kill on Friday with non-farm payroll news dropping, and our dear friend Day Trading Realtor will be running a stream on Friday for that, so keep an eye out for that. I'll usually share the link in Discord and on X. Be sure to grab some Apex evals using code Jimmy and you will get 80% off. But that ends today, guys. It ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Well, just be sure to keep an eye on X Pip Finder, because that's where I'll announce the winner. I do use a Twitter picker, which is an automatic system that chooses the winners. I don't just pick them out of a hat. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining today. Greatly appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back again this time next week, and be sure to head over to Trade Foundry. We'll be going live in there from 9:15 a.m. this morning, Thursday and Friday. All right, guys, let's wrap it up there. Take care. Have a good day trading. Bye for now.